about to be my 15-week pregnancy update. Today's Sunday, so I turned 15 weeks yesterday, so it'll actually be me talking about my first trimester, like all the weeks prior to my 15th week of pregnancy. Excuse the piece of candy that'll be in my mouth. I have to keep a piece of candy in my mouth during videos so that I'm not spitting constantly, so excuse that. I'm sure you guys would appreciate this though, opposed to me spitting. So I have a few notes that I wrote down because it was a lot, and I still feel like I'm leaving some stuff off, but this is like the gist of it. So yeah, so let's get to it. So first trimester, some symptoms. So I'm trying to see how should I do it. So first, I guess I'll name like the symptoms and stuff that I was dealing with. Honestly, in first trimester, I did not have many cravings at all. One thing I did crave at the very beginning, probably when I was like 7 weeks pregnant, was Taco Bell. And I had not eaten Taco Bell since my pregnancy with my son, because I ate it once and it made me sick. So almost 3 years, or if not 3 years, I had not ate Taco Bell, and I was craving for Taco Bell, so I had that like 2 days straight. That craving was over with, out the window. And honestly, that was it. That was the only one. So the next one is, obviously, since I'm sucking on this piece of candy, I'll tell y'all the next one was spitting. It's actually a condition called ptyalism. I'll put the word somewhere on the screen, but I think it's ptyalism. Basically, where you just have like excessive saliva that is constantly producing in your mouth, and you're constantly spitting all day. And the reason why you're spitting is because for most people, including myself, swallowing it, because it's so much and the consistency of it changes, like swallowing it would actually make you more nauseous. So we spit to the point literally where you have to either keep candy in your mouth all day long, which is not good at all. I had to do that yesterday. If you're out somewhere and you don't want to, be spitting, or you have to keep, like, which I also do, but I don't like doing because it actually makes me gag and makes me vomit, or more nauseous, is carry a spit cup. So yeah, I had never heard of this symptom at all. I did not experience this with Izzy at all. So it was really just, I just noticed that, I told my husband, like, I just feel like my mouth just is constantly watering. And at that time, I was nauseous a lot because I wasn't spitting it out. But then once I started to spit, I noticed I was feeling better. And then I started researching it, and I found out it was an actual symptom. And then when I went to my doctor's appointment, they told me more about it and said that I have ptyalism. So I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah. I could not eat at all. Like, I'm not gonna say at all, but like, I could barely eat, and when I would eat, I wouldn't keep it down. I would throw up. I was throwing up like 5 times a day. I actually thought I had it's called, I think it's hyperemesis gravidarum or something like that. Basically, like where it's like chronic or extreme pregnancy symptoms or something like that. I felt like that's what I had. I never got dehydrated though, so that was one good thing. But I couldn't really eat anything. I lost about 12 pounds. I literally was losing weight every day. Shortness of breath, which is still a symptom that I have now. That's why I'm out of breath now. Yeah, so I don't remember having that in the beginning of my last pregnancy. I thought that was something that came toward the end, when you pick up a little more weight and stuff like that. But definitely have been suffering with that. And I just felt sick. I just felt really sickly. I felt like I was out of my body. Like, I was just really miserable, like stressed, almost depressed, like just because of the way I was feeling. I was extremely fatigued. I was always just felt exhausted. Like, I could literally just sit at home all day long, and I just felt like I had been working 12-hour shifts back to back or something. Like, I also have excessive, and this is still a symptom that I'm dealing with, which also causes me to be nauseous and make me gag, is like excessive mucus buildup. You can literally feel it in the back of your throat. Like it's the worst thing ever. Between that and the spitting, honestly, I would take that over the spitting. The spitting is just the worst thing ever. Like, it's just so annoying. I think I would rather be nauseous than deal with the spitting, because it's like I don't know. Yeah, that's just how bad it is. Because I don't like being nauseous either. But I was gonna say, it's like sometimes you can find ways to help prevent you from being nauseous, which I have not found those ways yet. So that's why I'm saying I don't know, because they both just suck. But the spitting by far is just so annoying. I'm really gaggy. Certain smells make me gag. The mucus makes me gag. Spitting makes me gag. Like, everything just kind of makes me gag. The more I gag, then, you know, I end up vomiting. I don't have any energy whatsoever. Like, I'm starting to get a little more energy now, but it's still not like there yet. Like, I just get really tired, y'all. And I have body aches, like not body aches, but back aches, which was another symptom that I don't remember having so soon with my first child. But yeah, I've had that since like the beginning of the pregnancy. So cravings, like I said, first trimester, I didn't really have any. So basically, yeah, I'm 15 weeks. I'm trying to figure out like how to go about this. I never did any pregnancy videos with my first son because I was really sick then. Like, I had a YouTube channel and I wanted to like record and document that whole entire journey, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I don't really know where to go with this, so I'm kind of just flowing with it. But basically, if y'all watched my previous vlogs, I found out I was pregnant around the time of my anniversary, which was in September. When I found out, I was initially around like 5 or 6 weeks. I think more so 5 weeks, because the doctors couldn't get a heartbeat. They couldn't get a lot of different things because they said it was so early in the pregnancy. And basically, I was late on my cycle. I don't want to keep saying but yeah. So basically, I was late on my cycle, and I actually took an at-home pregnancy test. And the line, I couldn't really tell because the line was like really faint. So I couldn't tell if I was pregnant or not. So I took like 3 more. They all came back positive. And then I went to the doctor. They confirmed it. And then, yeah, so it was confirmed after that. Oh, excuse me. And so let's see. So I work part-time, but I actually had I'm sorry, y'all, I thought I heard my son calling my name. He's watching TV. I actually, my doctor took me off work for about a month, just because I wasn't able to, you know, fulfill my work duties. I'm actually due to go back to work. Well, today is Monday. I was actually due to go back to work today, but I still don't feel I'm to that point where I can go to work, because even though things have calmed down, I'm still nauseous in the morning. Instead of vomiting 5 times a day, now I vomit maybe 2 times a day. It's like a given in the morning, and at night I'm vomiting, like, and it's so annoying. It's basically in the morning, because my stomach is empty, I'm basically the only thing that's coming up is like the stomach acid, like the yellow acid, basically, that helps break down your food, letting you know like it's nothing in your stomach. And then at night it's usually whatever I ate, pretty much, like that afternoon and that night, because as you know, yeah, digestive system does everything a little slower. I'm not dealing with, I have slight constipation, but I'm not dealing with constipation like I did with my first pregnancy. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Thought I seen some spit come out. So yeah, so I'm not really too much dealing with that. Now I am experiencing a little bit of like cramping sometimes. But I don't show any signs of like bleeding or anything like that. So I'm assuming it's just my uterus continuing to stretch. With my son, I ended up having to have a C-section, because I actually ended up getting induced. I was at the end of my pregnancy, because his due date was supposed to be January 10th, I think, or January 11th. I can't remember. But he came January 14th. I was at the end of my pregnancy, and I had a doctor's appointment, and she said that, you know, my amniotic fluid was really low and my baby was really big. So she told me to go to the hospital to be induced. They gave me, it was something like Pitocin. It wasn't Pitocin, but they gave me something like Pitocin to start my contractions, and I dilated very slowly. Like, I got all the way to 10 centimeters dilated, and my little guy had scooted back up higher, kind of, I guess, like, I don't know if he got stuck, but he scooted back up and flipped sunny side up, and he would not come back down, so I had to do the C-section. So this time I'm really aiming for a VBAC. I really want a VBAC. I really want a water birth. However, my doctor, she says that how did she say it? Basically, like, I can't get one. Basically, like, I can't get one because I had a C-section with my first child, so my uterus has to prove itself, and I'm assuming that's because when you do the water birth, they can't have you, like, hooked up to anything or anything like that. So my doctor is actually a midwife too, but she doesn't practice as a midwife anymore. I would love to find, like, a midwife, a doula, and all that, because I really want to have, like, the best experience. I want to have a water birth. I want it to be, like, as natural as possible. I have been looking into lotus births. I'm not trying to go to the extent of where I'm waiting for the umbilical cord to fall off on its own. And I know this video is kind of taking a turn from first trimester symptoms to what I want to do, but I do want to have my child's cord stay attached until it's completed pulsating. So I just want to just be as natural as possible. So that kind of sucks that she said, you know, I would not qualify for a water birth. However, I do want to do a VBAC. And basically with that, she's not saying that I can't or I shouldn't have it, but she's basically saying, like, she needs more paperwork from my previous doctor to see the exact reason why I had to have a C-section, and just see how, I guess, my body holds up and how everything goes during the pregnancy and labor and stuff like that. Me and my husband, we do not want to know the gender for this baby. Actually, initially, we weren't supposed to know the gender for my son, but he started wanting to know the gender and started kind of talking in my ear, which made me kind of want to know the gender, and we ended up finding out the gender by doing a gender reveal with cupcakes. But yeah, this time we do not want to know the gender at all, like, until the baby's here. So yeah, I actually had a scare because my father-in-law is a fraternal twin, and I have twins on my side of the family and things like that, and this pregnancy was so different, y'all. At first trimester, everything just was so different. I was extremely nervous that, you know, because everybody kept saying, oh, it might be twins, so I was really nervous that I was having twins, because it's like, oh my goodness, like, I just got scared. Like, initially with my son, I wanted twins because I wanted a girl and a boy. Boom, one pregnancy, 2 babies, knock it out, have it over with. This time I didn't really want to go through that, so I was really nervous. But the ultrasound so far has confirmed that it's only 1 baby in there. So now my family's like, oh, it could be one higher and so forth and so on. But no, I'm not trying to hear none of that. So yeah, we don't want to know the gender. I feel like I'm leaving something out, you guys, but I don't know what it could be. I've been recording for 14 minutes, so I think that's pretty long enough for this video. I don't want it to be too long. I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see my stomach, my belly. I'm recording from my phone. The quality is a little different because on my previous videos I used the back facing camera, but the way I have my phone kind of rigged now, I wouldn't be able to see if I was in the frame, so I had to use the front facing camera. But I don't think you would be able to see it. Let's see. I don't think so. 1 second. I'm gonna fix my camera and then I'm gonna come back. So this is, sorry about that light, y'all, but this is from the front. This is from the side. This is the other side. Yep, and that's my belly shot. I adjusted the camera, so now I'm not really in frame that great. But yeah, so I think that's about all, y'all. Like I said, I can't really remember everything. So I am currently 15 weeks, so I'm gonna just title this as my 15-week update. And I plan on coming, I don't know if I want to come back every week and do an update for you guys. It depends on like if there's any changes or anything like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, y'all. Talk to me. Let me know about y'all, how you know, if you're pregnant, how your pregnancy is going. If you've been pregnant, if you ever had to deal with the spitting situation, because that is definitely new and it's very irritating. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time, right? Peace.